Sorting Materials into Groups, Class 6, dated 26th May 2020.
Hello everyone, welcome you back to the science class. So I hope you all are doing good, right students? So dear students, as you all know that we have started the new chapter, that is sorting materials into groups. Yes? So today in this session we shall be discussing the first topic of this chapter, that is objects around us, under which we shall be dealing with materials used for making various objects and materials, and at the end, why do we sort materials? Okay, but before getting into the depth of this topic, let us revise what we have done in the previous class. So in the previous class, students, or rather in the previous session, we have discussed the preview of the chapter. That means what all things we shall be discussing in this chapter, we have discussed that. Okay, I have just introduced the chapter with you all. So today being the first day, we shall start with the new topic. Clear? But before the new topic, let's have the objectives first.
The objectives are to make the students understand about different objects, to make the students able to classify objects on the basis of their shapes and materials, to make students understand about materials and objects, to make the students aware of that a single object can be made up of different materials, to make them understand why sorting is important. Objects made up of different materials. So children, as you all know, we can see different objects around us, and those objects are made up of different materials. So different objects are made up of different materials. Sometimes one object can also be made up of different materials. There's a wide variation in all the objects which we see in and around us in terms of shapes and materials as well. So dear students, let's have a quick look around us. Let's learn and study about different objects and the materials with which they are made up of.
Now dear students, I have a collection of beautiful objects, or rather different objects for you all, as our topic is objects around us. Okay, so I have a collection of some objects which I have collected from the different places of my house. Okay, so you see here, just have a look onto this collection. This is my collection for you all for this class. Is that clear? Now let us start from this particular object. So I am keeping different object. Okay, this is a basket. Okay, this is a bamboo basket. These are the paper cups. This is a paper boat. This is a plastic mug. These are coffee mugs. Okay, this is another mug which is made up of glass. Then this you can see, these are the calculators, these are remote controllers, and this is the beautiful original plant you can see, alright, which I have grown in a plastic pot. Okay, this is a plastic pot which is rectangular in shape. Clear? This is a beautiful collection of the dry fruits. Now container. Now these are the plastic container. This is from my kitchen. All right. Now these are the things from my kitchen cupboard. Now here you see, this is the beautiful hafura. Okay. This is the pride of our culture. All right. And this is made up of brass. This is a chair. Okay. This is a table where I place the variety of items for you all. This is a beautiful flower vase, or you can say beautiful decorative piece. This is a beautiful plant which is grown in a plastic pot. Okay children, this is a beautiful plant which is grown in a plastic pot. This was my collection for you all. I need to say these were the objects which I found in and around me. So like this students, you must be having different objects if you look around. Yes, not only this, in a house you must have seen the fan, you must have seen the sofas, you must have seen your bed, you must have seen your big you can say this TV, fridge. Many things are there, isn't it? So those all things are said as object. Okay, now the next question is, have you ever wondered with what materials these things are made up of? So again, coming back to the examples here, children, if suppose I will consider the example of this mug. Okay, so this mug is made up of what? This is made up of plastic. Clear? Now suppose this is a flower vase, I told you. This is decorative piece. If suppose I bang it, it produces some sound. So it is made up of what? The material which is made up, the material which is used to make this is ceramic. Alright. Then this is a very cute small chair which is made up of plastic. Yes. And again here, I have shown you just now, this is a bamboo basket. Again, this is a plastic basket. Here, an artificial flower pot. And this, as I told you, it is made up of brass. Alright. Now we need to discuss, as the topic says, we need to discuss the different materials with which the objects are made up of. Yes, we are discussing that. Now again, if we see here, these are the plastic containers. So all these are made up of what? These are made up of plastics. These are the plastic containers where I have kept the dry fruits. And this is the plastic box. These are the plastic cylindrical containers. I hope you all have these type of things at your home. Okay? Yes, in your kitchen. So we can say that we get different type of objects in our house. Okay? Now, since we have discussed now about the material with which these objects are made up of. Clear, students? Now let us try to classify those objects on the basis of their shapes. Clear? Now here you see, I have this example, just now I have shown you, this cups. Okay? These are somewhat cylindrical in shape. Okay? Can you see that? These are cylindrical in shape. Then coming towards this, these are all, some are in square shape, some are rectangular, some are again cylindrical. So we can classify them on the basis of their shapes as well. So I have classified these things on the basis of their shape, that is the square or rectangular shape. Here I have classified on the basis of their cylindrical shape. Is that clear, children? Now again, there is one question. It is not that only one object is made up of only one material. Okay, there are sometimes the same object could be made up of different materials. Okay, so just take an example of here. This is the basket. Okay, this basket is made up of the bamboo stripes, and this is another basket which is made up of plastic. So the material is different, but the object is same. Clear, everyone? Clear, I think. Now again, sometimes what happen, children, means with one material, with the same material, different objects can be made. So I can take the example of this paper. Okay. Now look here. This is a toy boat. Alright. Very often children is used to make this type of toy, boat. And during the rainy season, they used to put it in the water. They play with this. Isn't it? So paper can be used for making such type of game object, or these papers are again used for making this type of paper glasses. Is that clear? So let's compare these two objects. Alright. So this is a plastic pot and this is a ceramic decorative vase. So the purpose of these two objects is same. Either to grow flowering plant or to keep flowers or to keep artificial flowers. Okay. But they are made up of different materials. Clear? Now just have a look on to these two chairs. Let us compare. This is a very cute small plastic chair, isn't it? Yes? So this is a wooden chair. Alright? I mean to say that different materials could be used I mean to say that different materials could be used to make same type of object. Clear, children? And now we have seen that different materials, or rather the same materials, can be used for different things. If you take paper, paper can be used for making paper plates, paper glasses. Just now I have shown you paper, paper glasses and some paper shapes. Yes. So there are some materials, there are some objects. Okay, there are some objects, they are made up of more than one material. We have some examples also. You can see this table. Okay, this table, it is made up of two materials. Okay, this is the table, and this table is made up of two materials. Thus, the upper half of this table is made up of, this is what? This is glass. Okay, and you can see the pillar. The pillar of this table, it is made up of wood. So, some objects are such, those who are made up of two materials or more than two materials. You can consider the bulb also. Okay, the electric bulb. The electric bulb, the round covering, it is made up of glass, and the filament which is inside the bulb, it is made up of some metal. Okay, now I think you must have understood what are objects and what are materials, but you must be wondering that why, what are the definition, what is the exact meaning of object and materials. So now let me explain it to you. Object is the thing which has some physical existence. Understood? Suppose again, if I consider this plastic mug, all right, this plastic mug is an object. Why it's an object? Because it has a physical existence. We can feel the existence of this mug, plastic mug. Clear? And now what about material? What is material? So now material is the matter with which this this mug is made up of. Means the plastic. Okay, the plastic or the matter with which the things are made of, those are said as material. So I think I'm very clear. Okay, what is object and what is material? Now you have understood. Object is thing which has, that physical existence. We can feel the presence of it. We can feel the physical presence of it. Is that clear? And material are the matters with which the different objects are made of. I think I'm very clear for you all. Yes, students? So the last question comes, since we have been talking about material and object, its different shape, its different textures, structures, why sorting of material is important? That is the main question. Yes, why sorting is necessary? Now, children, if suppose we keep all the things in a very messy order, okay, will it be easier for you to find out the things in a very short span of time? It is not at all possible, isn't it? So why, it becomes very much necessary that we need to categorize the things. Okay, we need to keep the things in a proper way. Think of when you go to departmental stores. All right, all the things are kept in a very good order. So you go to that particular rack and you get the things. Yes, so this is why sorting is necessary, so that we can get the things of the similar property under the same category. So this is the first point. And secondly, it makes our understanding convenient. Okay, that is the another point. Is that clear? I hope I'm clear for you all. So today's session I would like to wind up here. All right, I hope you all have understood about the object, about the materials. Clear? But before summarizing or before winding up, let's summarize what all things we have discussed today.
So let's summarize at the end. That means today in this session, what all things we have read, let us summarize that. So today we discussed about different objects. We discussed about sorting materials on the basis of their shapes. We discussed different materials that are used to make different objects. We have discussed differences between objects and materials, and at the end we discussed why sorting of material is important.
Dear students, I hope you all have understood. So I wind up for today, and I shall be giving some homework related to these topic. Yes, please kindly do that. And thank you so much for listening to me. And at the end, stay safe, stay well. Goodbye.